All right, we'll start our class today. It's our yoga practice. You want to start with hands in prayer position. Now, the reason I do yoga as regularly as possible is because when I don't do it, I can feel it. I can feel my back not being, let's say my back being stiff, or my knee pain might start showing up. But the more I keep practicing and flexing, stretching, it helps. And you'll notice the same. So go ahead and center yourself. As you breathe, listen to the sound of your breath. And release. So when it comes to yoga breathing, you got to remember that you can breathe either through your abdomen or through your chest or lungs. Okay, and technically in yogic breathing, it is three parts. Below the diaphragm, which is the abdomen, the chest, and then the top of your lungs. Okay, so when you breathe, what you want to do is yogic breathing is you first fill in the abdomen, then you expand the lungs. And then you also raise your collarbones a little bit. Okay, so that is complete inhalation. And then as you exhale, release the collarbones, chest, as well as the diaphragm. So in reverse order. So that's your complete breathing. So you got to take it slow and feel its effect. Actually, let it work itself out. So we just go ahead and start to warm up. Stretch your fingers, rotate your hands. In the other direction, go ahead and stretch your arms in and out a few times. As you inhale, stretch out. As you exhale, stretch in or close in. Hold your elbows, stretch your left arm to the side, look over to the right. Same thing with the other arm, looking in the opposite direction. Release. Okay. Go ahead and rotate your arms. As you inhale, you want to raise your arms up. Exhale down. And then in the other direction. So all this becomes more enjoyable if you coordinate it with your breathing. Okay, you got to breathe slow. You want to inhale when you stretch. You want to exhale and close in. Okay, also always listen to the sound of your breath. Okay, rotate your head a few times. Okay, and in the other direction. and come back to neutral. So you got that energy going. Let's go ahead and raise the arms up and into standing mountain. So as you stretch your arms, index finger should be pointing up to the ceiling, your arms gently locked at the elbows. Now turn your attention to your breathing. When you're working or during the day, you'll hardly notice the effect of breathing. So take this time and observe the difference it makes, meaning the good breathing makes. And then slowly release. Right. Let's go ahead and try the balancing posture. So you want to stand on your right leg and you can hold the left just like this in front and balance. And if you are okay or if you are up to it, you can also fold that left leg into the right and you can bring your arms into a prayer position. Okay, whenever you're ready, let go, shake your leg. You can also use a chair to find balance. Okay, so it's not really cheating. Okay, so the idea here is you build the strength in your leg first. Okay, so if you hold on to it, you're still putting a lot of weight on that leg, right? So that's how it helps you find strength and also you'll be able to balance. So let's go ahead and see what works. You can use a wall or a chair for support, just like I'm doing. And finally, whenever you find strength in your leg, you can try the classic tree posture. Okay, and then release, shake your leg. Let's try the standing chair and come back to stretching the back. So go ahead and stand with your feet hip width apart, and you want to sit down so that your kneecaps are behind the toes as you look down. Then raise your arms, that way you are stretching your back. Hold and breathe. Now when you breathe, direct the energy to your legs. Rest your awareness in and around your knees. See if you can minimize the tension in your legs. And release. Okay, shake your leg. So this is a good way to keep your knees in action. Now for the lower back, let's try the hero posture. So go ahead and get a chair And then stand about arm's length from your chair and leaning onto it. Get most of your body in a horizontal position, standing on one leg into a T actually. So try to keep your back lengthened. And release. Shake your leg. Now let's try the same hero posture on the other leg. So I'm going to stand on my left, and as I lean onto the chair, you got to be just at the right distance. You don't want to hang, put pressure on the chair. Just try to help you, maintain balance. And release, and then shake your leg. So you can feel that your thighs, for example, are getting used. Now let's do some shoulder stretches. So go ahead and place your left hand on the back as high as possible. Then right hand from above reaching down. Interlock the fingers if you can. Otherwise, use a piece of cloth to keep the hands in position. Try to keep that right elbow pointing up to the ceiling. So what this does is to open up your lungs, chest. Helps you breathe deep, easier. So let's take advantage of that. And release. Okay, shake your arms. And now let's try the shoulder stretch on the other side. So my right hand up on the back. It's always harder with the other hand or with your dominant hand taking it to the back. Now let's bring this left hand from above, reach down, interlock the fingers. And the same deal, you got to breathe well with your top of your lungs engaged. And release. Okay, shake your arms again. Try to keep or hold each posture for about 8 good breaths, and that should be about 45 seconds or so. And if you enjoy a posture, you always can hold it much longer. So let's try the side bend. Go ahead and raise your right arm, and you want to bend just from the hip up, okay, so that there's no lateral pressure on your knees. So let's hold. You can look up at the ceiling. Keep your head up, okay, let it not fall down. So keep it up with your ear close to your arm. Nice deep breaths. and release. Let's try the same side bend now to the right. So left arm up and bending from the hip up to the right. And slowly releasing. Okay, good sense of energy now flowing in the upper part of the body. Let's also get it moving in the lower part. Now we'll start with preparing for the Surya Namaskar. So first is back bend. Hold your arms up and back, look up and back, hold and breathe. And now you want to hinge at the hips and roll your body forward into the standing forward bend, taking your time. And come back up into standing prayer position. Now we are ready for our Surya Namaskar. So we'll try two variations. One is the half sun salutation. First inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, trunk up, parallel to the mat. Hold and breathe a few times. Keeping your lower back flat, spine lengthened. And then exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. One more time. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, trunk up, parallel to the mat. Hold and breathe. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. Now for the intermediate sun salutation. So this involves more movement. If you find it hard, you can always try the half sun salutation we just tried now. Okay. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, left leg to the back, lunge, sit down, downward dog, and then stretch, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, downward dog, lunge, right foot ahead, then standing forward bend, exhale. Inhale, back bend, back to prayer position. A lot of movement now. You get your heart beating higher, which is good. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, standing forward bend. This time right foot goes to the back, lunge, inhale. Downward dog. And then stretch, exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Downward dog. Left foot ahead, lunge, sit down. And then standing forward bend, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, and back to prayer position. Let the breathing settle down. And release. Now let's get down to the mat, and you want to stand on the knees. If you find it hard on the knees, you can use some sort of cloth or padding to help. Don't hesitate to use any props. Now simple back bend, hold the hands in the hips, look back and up. Engage your lungs more as you breathe. So less abdominal breathing here. And come back up to vertical. Now we are going to try the extended camel. So right hand on the right heel, and then left arm up as you push the hips to the front. If you find hard to reach down, you can place that right hand on the hip. Again, try to engage as much lungs as possible or chest as possible when you breathe. And back to vertical. Now on the other side, so left hand down on the left heel, right arm up, push the hips out to the front, hold and breathe. And release. Okay, now sit down in Vajrasana. Hold and breathe. Now you want to sit with your left leg folded and take your right leg to the back. Now if you can, try to keep the thigh facing the mat. That means you got to rotate your leg. Otherwise it's okay to let it face the side. Okay. Before you sit down, you can kind of loosen your hip joint and then finally settle down. Try to sit up, meaning you can lightly push your back or against the back, hold and breathe. Now let's switch sides and sit on the right side. Left leg to the back. Again, before you sit down, kind of move on your leg, loosening the hip joint and then finally settling down. Nice deep breaths. Right, very good. Now let's bring our legs to the front, crossing legs, sitting in easy posture. So let's further work on our back. Take your hands to the back, hold the right wrist, and then gently bend towards the left knee. Head down, letting go of your trunk and head with each exhalation. Come back up to neutral. Switching hands, hold the left wrist. As you gently pull it down, you want to bend towards the right knee. Hold and breathe. And come back up to neutral. Now bring your hands to the front. Walk the fingers away, lengthening your back. Enjoy that stretch in your lower back. Head down. Nice, easy, deep breathing. And back to Sukhasana, easy posture. Now let's try the twist. Place your right hand on the outside of the left knee. Keep your back straight and then turn to your left and back. Okay. Hand at the back should be close to the body, helping you stay upright. Make sure you're not leaning on to any one side too much. So both your sit bones are in good contact with the mat. Nice deep breathing. And back to neutral. Okay, now let's try twisting to the other side, to the right and back. So left hand on the outside of the right knee. and back to neutral. Now bring both your feet together. Hold the toes and pull them up gently as you press the knees down. So it helps you sit up straight. Take some nice deep breaths. As you keep pulling the toes up, gently bend forward, letting go of your trunk and head with each exhalation. And come back up. Right. Now what we are going to do is let's get into a squat. So you want to sit on your toes, feet about hip width apart, and slowly first rock on your toes a few times, and if you can, lower the heels down. Otherwise just keep rocking, that way you loosen your ankles. If your hands are free, bring them into a prayer position, pushing the knees out from the inside, lengthening your back as much as possible. Nice deep breaths. Now, place your hands on the front in the mat and walk the fingers away, head down, hold and breathe. Okay, walk the fingers back, and now let's get to the child posture. And from here, you want to rest on the mat on your trunk. Keep your arms folded, fingertips in line with the crown of your head. Inhale, push the chin out, lifting the trunk up without using your arms yet. Exhale, down. Inhale up, down as you exhale. One more time. Next, you want to inhale and then hold your trunk up, continue to breathe. Still not engaging your arms. and release the forehead down. Now let's try the classic Cobra. You want to keep your hands slightly away, okay? It makes it easier. Start with your forehead on the mat. Inhale, push the chin out, lifting the trunk. Now engage your arms. Hold and breathe. Don't push against your back, with too much pressure. It should be light pressure. Try to keep your elbows tucked in and your shoulders low. This helps, not putting too much pressure on your back. And release. Take your hands to the back, palms up, rest the chin on the mat. Inhale, left leg up straight, exhale down. Work it a few more times. And then hold and breathe. Next time you raise the leg. And release. Now work the right leg or the other leg. Inhale up and exhale down a few times. Next time you raise the leg, hold and breathe. And release. Okay. Now let's put 2 and 2 together. It's a little difficult. If you find it hard, see what you can do. Stretch your arms to the front and try the Superman. So you're going to raise your legs up and arms up, hold and breathe. Either try just your legs or your arms. See what you can work. Then you want to bring yourself up and rest on your back. Feet on the mat, legs bent, knees in the air. Keep the feet together and drop each knee to its side. Use your hands to press the legs down, letting your lower back arch up. Slow yogic breathing, complete breathing. Slowly bring both the knees up together. Okay, keep your arms to the side, palms down. And then as you inhale, push the feet into your mat, lifting the hips up. Working your spine up to the neck. Keep both your legs parallel to each other. And now for athletic breathing, meaning you got to breathe through your lungs as much as possible. You got to engage your lungs, okay? You got to see the movement in your chest. Slowly release the hips down. Now you want to pull both your knees into your chest, lifting the head up and rock on the small of your back. And bring yourself up. First, keep your legs folded and then lean back slightly, lifting the legs up into the boat. And release. Now let's get into easy posture. And try the abdominal lock. In the abdominal lock, what you do is you have to create a vacuum in your abdomen. So expel all the air as quickly as possible. And then relax the diaphragm and pull it up towards the back of your spine. If you lean forward, it makes it a little easier. So go ahead and expel the air quickly. And try Uddayana. Just hold as long as you can. Try it one more time. Release. So you should have an empty stomach actually to practice yoga. So try yoga before your dinner or early in the morning. Let the breathing settle down. So that's today's quick yoga session, about 40 or so minutes. If you had any pain, just check with yourself like tomorrow or so if the pain persists or if it is better, and that should motivate you to practice more often. With that said, let's end today's class. See you next time. Namaste.